Example too is her hair. Now she whips back and forth at the desk. We've got clouds across northeast Ohio, and we actually have a system that's working its way on through as well. It's kind of broken up. It's not really organized in kind of that circular formation that we usually talk about, because there's not a perfect center to the system. There really isn't, but there's a definite difference between where it's warm and where it is cold. Those where it's a little bit colder are seeing snowfall this morning. Those where it is warmer, seeing some heavy rainfall all the way through parts of the deep south. That continues to push eastward, and so will the snowfall. But it's running into some dry air. So the precursors to what we saw yesterday was the cloud cover before we eventually got this kind of blimp of snowfall in. But as the system eventually wraps around, I think that's where we kind of squeeze in some accumulating snowfall. I was just checking some of our ODOT cameras, and I actually popped up one just south of Fairview Park, and that was showing a few flurries out there, and that's really as much as I think we're really going to get out. Maybe some light snowfall, maybe a dusting on some grassy surfaces, but this is not doing anything to our roadways, at least at this point this morning. I don't think we're going to have a decent band of moisture within here. The atmosphere is just wrung out from all of that. Once we actually switch the wind direction come late tonight and then into tomorrow, I think we get some lake effect going, and that'll actually produce a little bit more fluff factor for us, so to speak. Across the area, though, temperatures in the 30s, feeling like we're closer to 20. It feels like the upper teens in Mansfield right now. It feels like 27, though, in Ashtabula. If you have to get outside today, whether it's early this morning or this afternoon, please bundle up. It's still winter. High temperatures still right around 40 degrees. I know we think we can bear it and that we're braver than 40 degrees, but it catches up to you sooner rather than later. A few light snow showers, I think, especially during the first half of today. Come tomorrow, we're going to have off and on bursts. It's going to be scattered in variety, but I think the most intense part of the day is going to be through the evening. It'll still be plenty cold, and there's not going to be a huge change by Tuesday. We wrap the system around, though, and we get some lake effect there, driven by a northerly breeze, and you'll see it here in your National Zymer hour-by-hour forecast. As we work the snow on through this morning, it encounters the dry air that is just pushing its way from the west, and what it does here is it breaks everything apart. So I think by the middle of the day, we're just kind of locked in by the clouds, maybe a few flurries, a sprinkle there, maybe a little bit farther south as temperatures are closer to 40 degrees further inland. Tomorrow morning, though, here comes our next chance of a little push of snow. I think this one could drop visibility for a moment's notice. That one, though, as it spins about, you can actually see the center of circulation here. I think this is where we get the chance of more accumulating snowfall. And I think that's actually going to push its way a little bit farther to the west. So when it comes to totals, I know you're all curious because you're either sick of winter or you missed the snow, because we really didn't have a lot this winter altogether. I think maybe a couple inches and a few isolated higher totals than that, but that's not for everyone. I think maybe just a general dusting to a coating once again. Union Home Mortgage extended forecast, we fall back near 30 for Tuesday. It's going to be a very cold day before we start to rebound. We're in the 50s for Thursday, as well as St. Patrick's Day, but it comes with a few showers and maybe a few beers for folks. Brianna.
Peyton, thank you. I love that graphic.